Hello YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is going to be game number 2 between our Terran player Basior and his opponent PtitDrogo, who is the Protoss. Now on the top left hand side here we have, as the pink Terran, Basior. Now Basior, just a bit of details, is hailing to us from Poland and he is on team Nuit Blanche. And his opponent, as the Protoss here in blue, is PtitDrogo, who is from France, and he is from team mYinsanity. Now if you have missed the previous games, please look in the description in the below the video, where you'll see the links to the previous games, and you'll be able to basically avoid any spoilers, because there will be a score put up here very shortly to show you who won the previous game, and I don't want to spoil anything. Now I'm going to introduce a common question of the series. It's a bit late. I will include it. I suppose I didn't talk about it in the previous games, but I will in this one here. So the question is going to be, do you play any other Blizzard games? Now, if I had to answer that myself, I do. I used to play World of Warcraft quite a lot, and I also play Diablo quite a lot. I have to say, a lot of it. I spent so much time on it, with both Diablo 1, 2, the expansions, and of course Diablo 3 and its expansions. Yeah. So yeah, I play pretty much every Blizzard game out there, except for, I suppose, Hearthstone is something I don't play right now, and I haven't really gotten around to trying Heroes of the Storm yet. I might give it a go a bit later. I'm more of a League of Legends fan. So yeah, let's see how this one progresses. Now the score, you might have heard me earlier say that I will spoil this. It's currently 1 in favor of PtitDrogo. So let's see how our players continue on here. Looks like a typical... Ooh, interesting enough, he's not actually blocking this off. But then again, against a Terran, not that important, since he can just, you know, stroll straight in there. And let's see what our Terran player is doing. Looks like double gas opening here. And funny enough, he's actually doing... Oh, okay, here we go. So our Terran player opting to go for a bit of cheese here. As you can see, he does have the SCV inside. Now this gets denied pretty much straight away. Now a Reaper can infinitely kite around a Zealot, unless he gets really, really careless. So he should be able to potentially snipe out a few units here without losing this Reaper. He's already killed one. Is he going to get a second one? It's going to be a bit of a difficult moment for him. I mean, there's no other SCV. He should probably cancel this off. I mean, I don't think it's actually going to do much for him at this point. And there we go. Mothership Core also on the map. And this cheese, I believe, is going to get stopped here. At this point, with the Mothership Core going to be... Oh, wow, this Reaper getting absolutely busted. And cancelling out the bunker as well. So there we go. Our Terran player deciding to go a little bit more standard. Probably going to want to lift this off, bring it back to base, and just continue, you know, with a typical build. I think that a good point for him would be right now is to go into the 1-1-1 build, also known as Destiny Cloudfist. Probably a better position for him to be in. Let's see, just a pylon going down here. Base has been established here for PtitDrogo. So PtitDrogo currently doing, I believe, a little bit better. He's managed to snipe off or prevent this early cheese absolutely to 100%, and there's really not that much that Basior can do with that. Now it looks like he's moving out here with the barracks just to do a bit of scouting. It's definitely a good move for him to do, simply because he'll be able to see if PtitDrogo is responding with anything very, very aggressive. Which, you know, funny enough, he's actually just about the spot here. So this is an absolute crucial moment for him. He's going to see that there's a Stargate on the way, which is also going to tell him that, you know, okay, I might potentially see Phoenixes, which is probably unlikely against a Terran. More likely, I'm going to see some Oracles, and the Oracles, of course, very, very dangerous against your workers. And obviously in response we have a Cyclone on the way, which is a very, very good unit versus the actual Oracle. So if he locks onto an Oracle at that point, if the Oracle doesn't move immediately, he will get absolutely dominated with that lock-on ability, and that'll be pretty much the end of him. Looks like a third command center coming out, going to potentially try to... I really wonder, is he going to go for the gold base, or if he's going to go for the sneaky side base there. I'm going to assume that he's going to go for the gold base because it's going to be closer and easier to defend. Looks like a bit of a movement coming out here as well. PtitDrogo, now just to note, he does have a bigger army because, of course, that early cheese absolutely failed to the max. Does have 2 more gases on the way also, so going to be going something very, very tech heavy. And you know the funny thing is, PtitDrogo did go ahead with those Phoenixes. I thought he was going to go for the Oracles, but Phoenixes it is. Which I believe is a very, very strange option, to be honest. And there we go, the lock-on ability not going to do a whole lot with this Phoenix. As I said, makes very little sense to continue with the production unless, of course, he is using it to lift off siege tanks. That very well could be the case. Although at the moment, I'm really not seeing a huge amount of siege tanks from Basior. He does have one on the way. But 5 minutes into the game, having just one siege tank is going to be very, very risky for him in terms of gameplay. Robotics facility also on the way. And it looks like the bio conversion has started. So he's getting himself the bio level 1 weapons. He's also getting himself stim. And just picking off a few workers here and there. Looks like 2 workers have been lost for each player, which brings them pretty even so far. Three Phoenixes in position now. This is going to be a bit dangerous now. The Cyclone can actually do a lot of damage in the back of this defensive stance. I mean, if you think about it, the Cyclone has a very, very long range with lock-on ability. It's a very, very short cooldown, so as you can see, it's already ready. I think it's about 5 or 6 seconds. And, you know, he can basically take out any unit from the Protoss army right now with just one lock-on. And he can kite. I mean, it's very difficult to actually trick a Cyclone into running into your army while being locked on, because you have to control the one locked on unit, bring it behind your army, and then continue on with your other bit of army, just so you can basically take that out. So interestingly enough, this command center has still not been moved forward, whereas PtitDrogo is actually already putting down his gold nexus here. So once this is up, PtitDrogo is going to be in a very, very strong position. He's going to be able to reinforce units very, very quickly. He's going to be able to have more production buildings at the same time as well. Let's in fact look at that. So for Basior, we've got 3 barracks, we've got 1 factory, 1 starport. And for PtitDrogo, we've got 3 gateways, 1 robotics facility and 1 Stargate, but he also has a few gateways coming as well, so there's a total of 4 of them right now. Finally using these Phoenixes to destroy this barracks as well. I think this has been floating around here for quite some time. And that is cheeky. That is so cheeky right now. I wonder, is he going to build something out of it? No, he's not. It would make very little sense. It would instantly get taken out. And losing that barracks as well. Just a bit of scouting done with that. It looks like he's getting himself the resonating glaives, which increases attack speed of the adepts. Definitely a worthy upgrade to have. Let's see what he's going to do here. Just picking off a few SCVs. Again, a good response here. Now, he's going to be able to only take a few at a time, just simply because any sort of defense is good against Vikings. Or not Vikings, against Phoenixes. Because Phoenixes are fairly squishy units. And let's see here. Army supply just barely favoring PtitDrogo. The main thing here is going to be if he's going to manage to lift off those siege tanks. If he gets rid of the siege tanks, or even manages to snipe off the liberators that have their circles down, at that point this game could turn in the other player's favor very, very quickly. So how is PtitDrogo going to continue out here? Reinforcing his units. 91 to 59 supply right now. And he has quite a bit of an economy built up as well. Just to note, it does look like he's getting himself a Templar Archives, which could potentially mean... Oh, he's actually bringing his Adept straight in there. He's decided to go straight into the army, which is a bit risky. Look at the army supply very, very quickly dropping for both of the players. I think that Basior is actually coming out on top here, just simply because of the siege tank and liberator defenses that he has right now. There was absolutely nothing that PtitDrogo was actually able to do to basically take out all these units, and I think that was a huge mistake right now. He essentially brought a bunch of units that cannot fire at air right underneath the liberators, and as well with a siege tank in the back that is absolutely untouchable from its range. Now there is no siege tank in there as well. I wonder if he destroyed another one there or not. But that went very, very heavily in favor of Basior. Like, he absolutely decimated an army that was twice as big as his. Looks like we might have Archons in the fray as well. And double forges as well, so gonna probably start pumping out these upgrades as well. He does have 3 nexuses, so he could use the chrono boost right here. Let's have a quick look at the income. Does look like we have about equal gas and just a bit in favor of Basior. That is of course because of the the mules. And here we go, the Adepts moving in here, just doing a bit of economic damage. I just want to see how many have been lost here. So 15 in total have been taken out with the Adepts, 16 versus 4 on the Protoss side. So not too bad. Definitely doing a bit of economic damage. And that of course wasn't just the Adepts, that was also the Phoenixes that were here just very shortly ago. In fact, where are those Phoenixes? They should be flying around somewhere. Just scouting out and seeing what's going on. Oh, he lost them, sure, he lost them in his engage, the main engage versus the army, which of course was a massive, massive mistake. There is a total of 7 Liberators right now. And there we go, a bunch of Adepts. We have 1 Immortal and 1 Sentry in the fray as well. Now there will be Psionic Storms coming down from these High Templars before he actually uses them to create Archons. That poor Terran just being sent off to his death. It looks like we have a command center on the high ground here as well in the gold. Oh my god, look at the amount of these circles. This is going to be an absolute nightmare to break through. And this is one of the things that I believe Protoss is struggling with, is breaking Liberator sieges. I mean, yeah, they can do the harassment in the back, but the problem itself is actually getting through these units. I mean, they have to sacrifice a bunch of Stalkers, and there we go, we do have, looks like Tempests on the way now. Tempests are good against Liberators, the only thing is that they cost an absolute fortune. So let's see, now sacrificing, oh my god, these, oh nice, very nice, EMPs going down, absolutely no energy on these units now. A Void Ray in the fray as well, gonna get taken out actually before the engagement starts, so that's all fine and well here for Basior. Not too worried. Doesn't have enough Stalkers, I believe, to deal with this. And here we go. The big engage here from Basior. His army supply is actually favoring by about 30, so this could very well go in his favor. What is PtitDrogo going to do to hold this off? Honestly, I don't really know right now. There's a lot of Marines here and a lot of Liberators as well. The Liberators need to be moved to a better place, though. Let's have a quick look at the upgrades. Does look like we have 1-1 for Bio and, of course, Shields and Stimpack for Marines. I've only got 1-1 for the Protoss army. Now another EMP going down here, a lot of these units losing their shields. And this is actually perfect for him. He's basically destroyed all of the front line for PtitDrogo, so this is a very nice position for him. A lot of defender circles as well. It's going to be so difficult to break through this, just simply with the fact that every one unit that he loses right now is so crucial. I mean, he's what, about 40 supply down in terms of army, and he cannot get into the army here. He cannot get to engage with a clean fight 1 versus 1 without having an overhead ballistics going down on him. It's like a big siege on top of his head. And there we go, just more and more being taken out. 11 kills on this Liberator, just absolutely decimating the Protoss army, 12 even at this point. And honestly, I think this is going to go in Basior's favor. He does have, I mean, PtitDrogo does have two Tempests and 1 more on the way, but is it too late? Honestly, I don't know. Let's see how this one plays out. And there we go, the cleanup here now. I think he's going to be able to deny this base quite easily as well. A gold base denied is a big hit to the economy. As you can see here, very even at the moment, but once this gets denied, it's going to go very heavily in Basior's favor. Now, funny enough, these Tempests are starting to do some work here, so they're definitely getting a few kills. But look at this, Marines running straight underneath them. They are going to take them out. And there we go, GG is called. And Basior takes game number 2. Very well played here, I have to say. A good engage and a very good fight. And that is it for game number 2. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Of course, leave it a thumbs up if you did. I'll see you guys in game number 3. And a question of the series still remains, do you play any other Blizzard games? Leave your comment in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck, take care, bye bye.